Hear the word of the Lord. Jeremiah chapter 16. The word of Yahweh also came to me, saying, You shall not take a wife for yourself, nor have sons or daughters in this place. For thus says Yahweh concerning the sons and daughters born in this place, and concerning their mothers who bear them and their fathers who beget them in this land. They will die of deadly diseases. They will not be lamented or buried. They will be as dung on the surface of the ground and come to an end by sword and famine, and their carcasses will become food for the birds of the sky and for the beasts of the earth. For thus says Yahweh, Do not enter the house of the funeral meal, or go to lament or to console them, for I have withdrawn my peace from this people, declares Yahweh, my loving kindness and compassion. Both great men and small will die in this land. They will not be buried. They will not be lamented, nor will anyone gash himself or shave his head for them. Men will not break bread in mourning for them, to comfort anyone for the dead, nor give them a cup of comforting to drink for anyone's father or mother. Moreover, you shall not go into a house of feasting to sit with them to eat and drink. For thus says Yahweh of hosts, the God of Israel, Behold, I am going to cause to cease from this place before your eyes and in your days the voice of rejoicing and the voice of gladness, the voice of the groom and the voice of the bride. Now when you tell this people all these words, they will say to you, For what reason has Yahweh declared all this great calamity against us? And what is our iniquity, or what is our sin which we have committed against Yahweh our God? Then you are to say to them, It is because your fathers have forsaken me, declares Yahweh, and have walked after other gods, and have served them and worshipped them. But me they have forsaken, and have not kept my law. You too have done evil, even more than your fathers. For behold, you are each one walking according to the stubbornness of his own evil heart without listening to me. So I will hurl you out of this land, into the land which you have not known, neither you nor your fathers, and there you will serve other gods day and night, for I will grant you no favor. Therefore, behold, days are coming, declares Yahweh, when it will no longer be said, As Yahweh lives, who brought up the sons of Israel out of the land of Egypt, but, As Yahweh lives, who brought up the sons of Israel from the land of the north and from all the lands where he had banished them. For I will return them to their own land, which I gave to their fathers. Behold, I am going to send for many fishermen, declares Yahweh, and they will fish for them, and afterwards I will send for many hunters, and they will hunt them from every mountain and every hill and from the crevices of the rocks. For my eyes are on all their ways. They are not hidden from my face, nor is their iniquity concealed from my eyes. I will first doubly repay their iniquity and their sin, because they have profaned my land. They have filled my inheritance with the carcasses of their detestable idols and with their abominations. O Yahweh, my strength and my strong defense, and my refuge in the day of distress, to you the nations will come from the ends of the earth and sky. Our fathers have inherited nothing but lies, futility, and things of no profit. Can man make gods for himself? Yet they are not gods. Therefore, behold, I am going to make them know. This time I will make them know my power and my might, and they shall know that my name is Yahweh. Jeremiah chapter 17. The sin of Judah is written down with an iron stylus. With a diamond point it is engraved upon the tablet of their heart and on the horns of their altars. As they remember their children, so they remember their altars and their Asherim by green trees on the high hills. O mountain of mine in the countryside, I will give over your wealth and all your treasures for plunder, your high places for sin throughout your borders. And you will, even of yourself, Let go of your inheritance that I gave you, and I will make you serve your enemies in the land which you do not know, for you have kindled a fire in my anger which will burn forever. Thus says Yahweh, Cursed is the man who trusts in mankind and makes flesh his strength, and whose heart turns away from Yahweh. And he will be like a juniper in the desert, and will not see when prosperity comes, but will dwell in stony wastes in the wilderness, a land of salt which is not inhabited. Blessed is the man who trusts in Yahweh, and whose trust is Yahweh. And he will be like a tree planted by the water, that sends forth its roots by a stream, and will not fear when the heat comes. But its leaves will be green, and it will not be anxious in a year of drought, nor refrain from yielding fruit. The heart is more deceitful than all else, and desperately sick. Who can know it? I, Yahweh, search the heart. I test the inmost being, even to give to each man according to his ways, according to the fruit of his deeds. As a partridge that hatches eggs which it has not laid, so is he who makes a fortune, but unjustly. In the midst of his days it will forsake him, and in the end he will be a wicked fool. A glorious throne on high from the beginning is the place of our sanctuary. O Yahweh, the hope of Israel, all who forsake you will be put to shame. Those who turn away on earth will be written down, because they have forsaken the fountain of living water, even Yahweh. Heal me, O Yahweh, and I will be healed. Save me, and I will be saved, for you are my praise. Behold, they keep saying to me, Where is the word of Yahweh? Let it come now. But as for me, I have not hurried away from being a shepherd after you, nor have I longed for the sickening day. You yourself know that the utterance of my lips was in your presence. Do not be a terror to me. You are my refuge in the day of calamity. Let those who pursue me be put to shame, but as for me, let me not be put to shame. Let them be dismayed, but let me not be dismayed. Bring on them a day of calamity, and crush them with twofold crushing. Thus Yahweh said to me, Go and stand in the public gate, through which the kings of Judah come in and go out, as well as in all the gates of Jerusalem, and say to them, Listen to the word of Yahweh, kings of Judah, and all inhabitants of Jerusalem who come in through these gates. Thus says Yahweh, Take care of yourselves, and do not carry any load on the Sabbath day, or bring anything in through the gates of Jerusalem. You shall not bring a load out of your houses on the Sabbath day, nor do any work, but keep the Sabbath day holy, as I commanded your fathers. Yet they did not listen or incline their ears, but stiffened their necks, in order not to listen or receive discipline. But it will be, if you listen carefully to me, declares Yahweh, to bring no load in through the gates of this city on the Sabbath day, but to keep the Sabbath day holy by doing no work on it. Then there will come in through the gates of this city kings and princes, sitting on the throne of David, riding in chariots and on horses, they and their princes, the men of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and this city will be inhabited forever. And they will come in from the cities of Judah and from all around Jerusalem, from the land of Benjamin, from the Shephelah, from the hill country, and from the Negev, bringing burnt offerings, sacrifices, grain offerings, and frankincense, and bringing sacrifices of thanksgiving to the house of Yahweh. But if you do not listen to me, to keep the Sabbath day holy by not carrying a load and coming in through the gates of Jerusalem on the Sabbath day, then I will kindle a fire in its gates, and it will devour the palaces of Jerusalem, and not be quenched.